wherever you are right now, just feeling your body connected. Connected physically to the chair. Maybe feeling the points of contact of your body in the chair. The way you're connecting and supported. And then begin to notice any sort of sensations of tension in the body, if there is any. Just kind of looking inward, scanning to notice where those areas might be. And doing so with a spacious attitude, with a non-judgmental awareness, just noticing, and maybe take a few deep cleansing breaths right into those areas that you might be holding some tension patterns. And just allow the exhalation to soften these regions, allow them fresh air, kind of like opening the doors and windows to the body. So we start with the body because this is our home. This is where we live, inside our body, our consciousness. So taking all the time you need to just allow the breath to become in the forefront of your awareness as you're sitting here supported, feeling your body connected, and really connecting with your breath, your aliveness. This is how we know we're alive, is we're breathing. So we just rest our mind on the breath, our most natural part and rhythm of being. Breath coming in however we feel it. We don't even need to change it if we don't want to. We can just ride the natural wave. The breath already knows how to breathe you. And wherever your mind is right now, if it's wandered off, that's okay. We can simply bring our awareness back to sitting in the chair, feeling supported. Feeling the natural waves of breath as they're coming in and out. Resting our mind on the surfing the breath. As the waves of breath coming in. Resting our mind. Noticing the space in between the breaths. And exhaling. And really what we're doing is we're sharing space with the breath, with other beings that are breathing and living and feeling and sensing, and we're all in this together, sharing this type of consciousness, this awareness, whatever culture we might find ourselves in, whatever political arenas we might find ourselves in. We're always relating to somebody or something, whether we're conscious of it or not. Knowing that people will come and go. There'll be people that we like and dislike. There'll be things we like and dislike. The same person will bring joy to our lives, and a moment later that person can bring us so much suffering. So knowing this, we begin to take the inward journey. The inward journey of just being in the ground of our own experience. Awake to each experience as it's arising, whether it's the relationship to our body sitting on a chair, the relationship, excuse me, of our breath, the relationship of our voice, all of our senses, smell, taste. We're consistently coming in contact with somebody or something. And when we come from this freshness, this openness, this beginner's mind that comes from beginningless time, we start to see things in a different way. We start to relate to things with more spaciousness, with more calmness. Even the most difficult emotions that come and go, we see them as opportunities to transform them by just not even doing anything, just by accepting the unacceptable. What becomes unacceptable is decided by our own mind. So we begin to get closer to this witness consciousness. And we begin to get close to our fears, our sadnesses, our grief. And we start to see it in a more loving way towards ourselves. Therefore, practicing true compassion for all beings, because we really know what it feels like to walk and to move through life without packing it away, stuffing, air coming in and air coming out. We just start to come to the simplicity of being, just breathing. So if our mind wanders, we can come back at any time in our life. It's the best gift we can give ourselves, to invest in the awareness of our beingness and our breath, to give ourselves space and time, even if it's not even about time. Sometimes it's really about space. If we're truly giving to ourselves 100% in 5 minutes in space, it beats sitting for 30 minutes being all tight and contracted. I'm just resting in the simplicity and the ground of unbeing, and allowing things to unfold naturally. Just like nature always takes care of our body, it always takes care of our breath. Nature is always loving us. We don't have to say, take another breath. We don't have to say, when we have a cut on our hand, this part of the skin has to come over here and this needs to. We don't need to control these things. They already are love in action. Always. So love is loving you. Nature's always loving you. So just offer all this fear and grief and sadness and bring it to the altar of love and to the light. Bring it to the light. Bring the insecurities and the unknowns and the heavy energies that keep us stuck on the treadmill of life, trying to search outside ourselves for something better, or to blame other beings for our discomfort. We already have this love inside of us that we can offer these challenges, these ups and downs, to the altar of life in the name of love. Just as these things are arising, they simply don't last. They might last 3 years or 1 second, depending upon our connectedness and our relationship to the experience. So having this bigger aerial view, offering light, breath by breath, as we sit supported, and highlighting our ability to be more conscious beings, more loving, more aware, not stepping into the same patterns that cause suffering for ourselves and for others. So just resting in this ground of being, the awareness of breathing for a few more moments. And even if the mind wanders, it's okay. Just notice that it wandered and simply bring it back to the chair and the feel of the breath. Even if it happens 1,000 times, it's okay. Just being with the breath. So this being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of the furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice. Meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whomever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. It's from Rumi. So staying in this state of the ground of being, the awareness of breath, perhaps an experience of space, things slowing down and giving ourselves the space to just bring from what we experience, from giving ourselves the inside space, to blend the inside space with the external space. So we can stay in meditation but open our eyes, aware of a feeling of supported by the chair, and feeling the breath coming in and out, and slowly integrating back to this moment, this experience, together.